Welcome in, Hardwood Nation. It is time for episode 7. We are out here at Trimble High School in Gloucester, where we just saw the Trimble Tomcats cut down this net right here as TVC Hawking champions. But that's not all we got for you tonight. We got the boys that just started the playoffs this past week, and the girls are in the thick of the hunt. So stick around because we got a lot of action for you. New segments, old segments coming back, and a whole lot of packages that you don't want to miss tonight on Hardwood Heroes. Wow, episode 7 already. This season has flown by. The boys' regular season is officially over, and now everyone is in the playoffs. So instead of conference standings, we're going to take a look at where each team is at in their respective playoff bracket. Now first up in girls Division 4, Federal Hawking fell to Notre Dame as Eastern topped Clay, so they will face each other next Thursday with the winner headed to the regional semis. And up in Division 3, the Alexander Spartans narrowly edged Minford, while the Lady Buckeyes fell to Lynchburg Clay. They will next face Alexander next Saturday with the winner headed to the regional semis. And finally, for the girls in Division 2, Meigs gave it their best shot but just couldn't top Courthouse, while Vinton County continued their trek through the playoffs. They'll see Courthouse next Saturday with the winner headed on to the regional semis. Now, like I said, the boys started their playoff journeys this week, and a lot of TVC teams are in Division 4. In Athens 1 bracket, Federal Hawking will see Dawson Bryant, and then Waterford will try for the same against Southern on Wednesday. In the Athens 2 bracket, Eastern will see Webster on Tuesday, with the winner moving on to the combo. Trimble will face a familiar foe in South Gallia on Tuesday as well, with the winner moving on to face either Eastern or South Webster. And then up in Division 3, Meigs gave their best shot at undefeated Wheelersburg but came up short in the end. Then after their blowout win over Nelsonville York, the Alexander Spartans faced Fairland, but we do not have that final at this time. And on to Division 2, the Athens Bulldogs pulled out a close overtime win to move on to face either Zane Trace or Hillsborough. And finally, Vinton County fell Friday night to Warren, ending their season. And dropping in first today is Waterford reporter Ryan Kincaid with news on the Lady Wildcats' journey through the tourney.
Yeah, and what a journey it's been so far for the 1 seed, Paul. Now look, this has been a team with big expectations to get back to the state championship contention. And so far, the Lady Wildcats have delivered. Now, the first roadblock for Waterford this year was St. Joseph Central out of Ironton and Lawrence County. This is one of those schools average around 15 graduates a year. So the size of the Lady Wildcats roster compared to the Lady Flyers was the key to sectional's victory, winning 43-16.
Yeah, with a dominant performance like that, was fatigue to blame for St. Joseph's performance?
Yeah, I'd say so. Now look, the Lady Flyers could only rotate 6 players all game long, which led to a lot of hands-on knees early in the second half. Conversely, the Lady Wildcats regularly sub players on and off the court to keep the pressure up, and the increased minutes for bench players led to a fresh face leading the stats, as Mackenzie Soprano had her best performance of the season so far, netting 13 points and 4 steals.
All right, now this wasn't the only game the Lady Wildcats played this week, so why is there only one tournament result for them?
Hey, you remember that polar vortex? There's a lot of games that got canceled for that stretch midway through the season, so there have been quite a few makeup games, and this recent matchup against Fort Fry was one such contest. And after a flat first half, the Lady Wildcats got on a huge 15-point run in the fourth quarter to salvage a win and avenge an earlier loss to the Lady Cadets, 43-42 to end their regular season.
All right, well, it seems the girls are on a bit of a hot streak, but can the boys keep up?
Yeah, I think getting to the convo is a real goal for this team. Now look, they're coming out of a solid stretch of 5 straight wins, and they're going to be fresh going into the sectional final against Southern next week, who they've already beat twice this season. And if the Wildcats dissipate the Tornadoes, they'll face the winners of Furnace Green and White Oak in the Convocation Center to begin a little March Madness of their own.
It's been a while since the Wildcats were in action. Will the long break hurt their momentum?
Well, we're not going to know until tourney time, but Coach Sims has his players believing that they will make a run and add at least a district banner to their home gym. Peyton Stevens and Russell Young show no signs of slowing down their production levels, and with the threat of win or go home ball, that means these seniors will play like their lives depend on it. With that, Paul, I'd say Waterford High School's journey to the tourney is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, let's just hope they don't burn through all their gas too quickly. Thanks for the work, Ryan. Now let's see if things are good out in Albany. Anthony Marino is beside me to give us an update on the Alexander girls and boys.
Well, everything's all good out in Albany. The boys rolled past their first round matchup on Wednesday, and the girls, well, they won a thriller this past Thursday.
Now, like you said, the boys took care of business against Nelsonville York this past Wednesday, 78-42. What can the Spartans take away from this dominant win?
Well, rest is so crucial in the postseason. Anytime that you have the opportunity to rest your starters, well, you rest them. Alexander head coach Jim Kurtz was able to get his reserves on the court as early as the beginning of the third quarter. This has not only rest the legs of the 5 starters, but gives valuable minutes to the reserve players as well.
Rest is important for any team, but what happened when the Spartans had to wake up and take the court?
Well, 3 ball was falling for Alexander. Starting Markins Irwin, Cam Riley, and J.K. Kearns went 5 for 6 from beyond the arc for the start of the game, and they would finish in double digits. They shot 41% from the field in this one, and Caleb Terry wreaked havoc in the paint, recording 6 blocks and finishing with a team-high 14 points.
The girls, on the other hand, weren't able to rest any of their players as they needed their entire team to grind out a thrilling overtime win against the Minford Lady Falcons.
Yeah, the Lady Spartans took care of business, winning 48-40, and in the district semifinals game. In the fourth, when the Lady Falcons looked like they were going to break this game open, the Lady Spartans, they simply just wanted it more. Now, you always share quotes with us, so let me share one with you. Shaquille O'Neal once said, "I'll hit them when it counts." Marley Grinstead stepped to the free throw line with seconds left in the fourth and drained 2 free throws, setting this game in the overtime all-time at 41 apiece.
She hit the first one. I felt like that kind of took a little of the pressure off from her. She, hit that one, stepped up there and hit the second one. As a dad, I'm obviously ecstatic. And as a coach, I'm ecstatic because we've worked so hard to get back in the end of that game.
Rachel Richardson and Marley Grinstead were leading scorers for the Spartans. Rachel Richardson scored a game-high 17 points, and Grinstead added 11. I want to give a shout-out to Kara Meeks, who didn't light up the scoreboard, but her play down low was a big help in this win. This gritty performance advanced them to a matchup against 3-seeded Lynchburg Clay Saturday, March 2nd at Waverly High School. Now, for the boys, at this time, we do not have the result of the Alexander boys game, but against Fairland, but check it out on woub.org/heroes.
All right, Anthony, thanks for the great work. Now, my favorite social media is Twitter, and let me tell you, Hardwood has got a good one. We link all our recaps and keep you as up-to-date as possible on all the games going on each night of the week. Now, we asked you for pictures of your kick game, and we bring online hosts T. Willis and Jacob Murray on desk to break down those kicks.
Now, you both know I'm a lifelong sneaker fan, so I wasn't sure if, the TVC had the kicks on court, but I got to say I'm pretty impressed with the submissions we got this week.
Right, and our 2 submissions, the first one comes to us from Federal Hocking High School, where both Colin Jarvis and Paige Tolson are rocking the LeBron 16s with a black and white color concept.
And Jacob, you know me, I'm a sucker for a good love and basketball story. That's every Hooper's dream. Come on, what's cuter than, sneakers and couples?
Right, and for our second picture, we have Mallory Holly with the custom Adidas D. Lillard 2s. Check out the team colors with the Lady Marauder maroon and the gold on the heel of the shoe.
And she didn't just start in the sneaker hustle. She's been rocking some of the flyest shoes out since she was a kid. Now, these took me back to my basketball days. I remember John Wall balling out in these his rookie season. She had the Reebok Zig Tex, and she makes a loud statement with that yellow and black.
And look, guys, we both brought our best kicks too.
All right, guys, thanks for that work, and don't go too far because I'm going to need you guys later to tell me about the Heroes of the Week, all right?
Sure.
And FedHawk has been no stranger to our Snapchat, so what are the rest of y'all doing? Send me some snaps to Hardwood Heroes. If we like it, we may just end up on the show as Snap of the Week, and we got just 1 episode left, so let's get it going. I'm usually the one running it, so tell me what you think. And it was a crazy week for the Federal Hocking Lancers out in Stewart. Mallory Pervaznik is here to talk about FedHawk's week.
It was a week to remember. The boys won their sectional matchup, but the girls, however, fell to a grueling opponent this past Thursday night against Notre Dame.
Unfortunately, the Lady Lancers could not come home with the upset win over the Lady Titans, so what happened Thursday night?
Of course, Paul, the Lady Lancers went to Jackson and squared off against the Portsmouth Notre Dame Lady Titans. Notre Dame took control of the game from the opening tip-off. Kate Dittwiller had 20 points and 5 rebounds for the Lady Titans, leading them to the next round of the tournament. They held a 30-point lead throughout the whole game until the final buzzer.
It's a tough loss to end their season, yet the 3 top scoring players for the Lady Lancers will be returning next year.
Watching the Lady Lancers all season, these girls always put in their best effort and came in as the underdog. They finished their season with a 9-14 record and a sectional championship. Their chemistry, depth, and experience will hopefully help them next year and have a breakthrough season.
The boys pulled out the win against Sims Valley at Meigs High School on Thursday night. What were some keys that helped lead them to victory?
The Lancers hauled off Sims Valley and ended up with a first tournament win since 2008. All the leading scorers of the night were on fire, shooting mostly outside shots. Wes Carpenter was a huge contributor to the team, scoring 21 points that night. According to the coach, what kept them in the game was the ball movement and their composure. Every player had something to contribute to this exciting, memorable win.
Definitely a solid win for the boys.
I know. Although the play the number 1 seed February 26th, head coach Thompson is still unbelievably proud of how hard the boys have worked to get where they are. They are happy to make it to another week and see the court again. The coach is happy to see that the boys went from 0-23 2 years ago to 2-21, and this year to make a huge improvement to 6-9. Unfortunately, the girls are done with their season after this week. As for the boys, they will be traveling to Rock Springs on February 26th to play against the tough Coal Grove Hornets.
Yeah, hopefully the boys can pull off the upset win. Can't wait to see how that one turns out. Thanks, Mallory. Now stepping up to the desk with me now is Athens reporter Jackson Hughes to catch us up on some Bulldog basketball.
That I am, Paul.
Now the Lady Bulldogs season may be done, but the team isn't, right?
You could say that. You know you're smarter than you look, Paul. Now, first off, as me and my fellow Athens reporter Joey Medor said last week, the Lady Bulldogs season came to an end after suffering their second loss in a row to the Lady Marauders. They finished off their season with an 8-15 record, but according to Coach Seth Matheny, they're still hopeful looking forward to the next season.
How do you think the Lady Bulldogs are looking for next year after losing 3 seniors this year?
Well, the team typically uses more than just their veteran players, regularly giving younger talent an opportunity to step up, and next season they'll have that opportunity.
Now, who's going to have to step up in their senior roles?
Next year, the Lady Bulldogs will have future seniors Emerald Jean Francois, Mindy Gregory, Laura Mandrick to fill in the lead and lead the young Lady Bulldogs. Now, Paul, do you like apples?
What?
Do you like apples?
I mean, yeah, sure, I guess.
Well, the Bulldogs brought home a sectional championship last Friday. How about them apples?
Okay, those are some pretty good apples, Jackson. But
Oh, I'm not done there, Paul. I'm not done. So, they won 43-40 in overtime, despite how unpretty it may have been.
Like me unpretty or you unpretty? Or...
More like your jump shot unpretty, Paul. But sometimes that does the trick. The Bulldogs got sent to the free throw line 23 times on the night and only made 10 of them.
I mean, you can't ever be sad in a win, you know, but they came out to play. They were ready for sure. We didn't play nearly as well as we could. Missed so many free throws tonight. We got to cash in on that stuff, but no, they came ready to play. It was so fun to play these types of games.
And you know, they say defense wins champions, but at the end of the day, the team with the most points wins, and that team was Athens. Now, the Bulldogs will be back in action in the Convo on Thursday against the winner of the Zanes Trace and Hillsborough game.
Yeah, that they will, but due to the recording of the show, we do not have the results of that game. Thanks, Jackson, and those are some pretty good apples. Now, it has been a roller coaster ride for Eastern this week, with the girls earning a win in the semifinals and the boys facing a tough loss against Trimble. Eastern reporter Zoe Stitzer joins me now to tell us all about it. And Zoe, let's start with the good news first.
Paul, the Lady Eagles fought for the district finals Thursday night against Clay. Sophomore Olivia Barber had a breakout night, leading this team in scoring with 12 points and 8 rebounds. Both teams had a tough time getting outside shots because they were so evenly matched on defense. But Eastern's point guard Jess Parker caught on early and focused on controlling the paint. Some of Barber's best inside looks were thanks to seniors Jess Parker and Allison Bailey.
It sounds like Barber really made all the difference for Eastern. How do you think Eastern looks going into next season?
Although Eastern will be losing Jess Parker, Allison Bailey, and Kelsey Casto next year, Barber proved that Eastern will still be a force next season. Kennedy Rockhold also cemented that the Eastern legacy will live on. She hit great shots from the outside and shut down Clay's point guard Skylar Artis on defense.
So what set Eastern apart from Clay in this game?
Definitely heart. Coach Parker said this was the hardest the team played all year. Eastern's 49-30 victory reflected their hard work.
All right, so the girls advance in the playoffs. How did the boys finish the regular season?
Paul, the Eastern boys did not have the same luck against Trimble in their last regular season game. They ran up a high deficit of 15 points in the first half that was hard to come back from. They didn't start to dig themselves out of the hole until well into the second half. The Eagles struggled to set up their offense and penetrate the paint early on.
Eastern could not hold on to the ball and were plagued by turnovers most of the game. How did they counter the Tomcats' intense pressure?
Isaiah Fish kept the Eagles alive in that first quarter by continuously pushing the ball up the court. He brought Eastern's energy level up and was instrumental in matching Trimble in rebounds. Eastern came back from 18 points down in the fourth quarter and got within 6 points of overtaking the Tomcats. The Facemeyer duo started making shots and playing with more intensity. But in the end, Eastern comeback wasn't enough to beat the Tomcats. The final score was 53-46. Hopefully, the boys will be able to shake off this loss as they move into the playoffs.
And the Lady Eagles will be taking on Notre Dame next week in the district finals. Great work, Zoe. Now, our YouTube page is the best way to get TVC basketball highlights whenever you want. We post game recap videos and entire show episodes. Everything is posted to the channel WOUB PBS on YouTube, or just search up Hardwood Heroes. Now this week, both the girls and the boys of Vinton County had some tournament games. Now standing in the paint for us are Viking reporters Claire Geary and Delaney Ruth, giving us an inside look at the thrill from Vinton County.
Thanks, Paul. So, Claire, we saw 2 exciting games this week. Let's break down what happened at Southeastern.
Absolutely. On Thursday night, Vinton County played Miami Trace for their second round of sectional playoffs. The team came out with the intensity and determination the moment the game began. In the middle of the first quarter, the Lady Panthers called a timeout due to the accuracy of the Lady Vikes, who put up 11 points in the first 4 minutes.
There was so much intensity in that gym. All of the energy stemmed from Lacey Williams and the excitement from the crowd.
Exactly. The stands were filled to the brim, which helped Williams lead the night with 19 points and 4 rebounds. Following behind her was Morgan Bentley, who dropped 15 points and got 6 rebounds off the glass.
They definitely stepped up for VC. So what's next?
This Thursday, the Lady Vikes will play against Washington Courthouse for a sectional playoff rematch. Last year, Vinton County lost by 13, and this time they are out for revenge.
Claire, these girls just came alive at Southeastern.
You're exactly right. So enough about the girls. What happened with the boys?
Well, Claire, the boys were not as fortunate. They fell short on Friday night, losing to Warren at Logan High School. The Vikings started off on the wrong foot, falling flat at tip-off. But after a few minutes, they began to feed off the crowd's energy and got back on their feet.
Vinton County started to come back with the help of their leaders.
Gavin Arbaugh was on fire Friday night, leading the team with 18 points and 6 rebounds. He really slowed down the offense, giving his team the time they needed to find the right shots.
Senior Eli Griffith was also a force on the court Friday night with 16 points. It was easy to see that Griffith didn't want this game to be his last, but all that effort still couldn't save the Vikings.
The final score was 61-55, but VC came within 1 point of Warren during the third quarter. But pretty quickly after this, Warren turned up the heat and began to pull away.
All in all, we had a pretty interesting game at Logan.
Definitely. The Vikings never gave up and truly played hard until the last whistle. Vinton County ended their season 12-11, their 18th winning season in a row.
Although the boys' season has come to an end, we are surely looking forward to next week's girls' game.
For sure. It should be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, it sounds like it was an action-packed week. Thanks, girls. Now, the playoff push continued in Nelsonville, where the Buckeyes were looking for both the boys and girls to pull off upsets. Here to break it down is NY reporter Will Price.
Paul, the boys were looking to mirror the ladies' success in their matchup against the Spartans on Wednesday. Alexander took the first 2 games between these teams, and Wednesday night was more of the same. Caleb Terry completely stifled their offense. The Buckeyes shot just 8 for 33 in the first half as Alexander piled onto the lead. They just couldn't get anything going, falling 78-42.
Yeah, that's a tough way for their season to end.
It was especially tough for their senior class. 4 of the 5 starters are graduating, and there will be a big hole for the Buckeyes next season with these departures. The senior class had a lot to do with the improvement NY saw this season, nearly doubling their win total from 5 to 9. There will be a lot of fresh faces out there next year for the Buckeyes.
Now, to the girls. They had some success to start the postseason.
They continued on with an upset over 3rd seed Oak Hill last Saturday, 39-34. They celebrated winning sectionals by cutting down the nets in Jackson.
Yeah, great to take sectionals, but the playoffs don't stop there. What happened Thursday?
NY made the trip to Waverly to play the Lynchburg Clay Lady Mustangs, and the Buckeyes gave them all they could handle. Mary Kate McCullough hit a 3 at the buzzer to end the first half and give the Lady Buckeyes a lead at the break.
It was a team effort for NY. Who stepped up on the other side?
Peyton Scott put the team on her back in the second half. With the Lady Mustangs on the ropes, she willed her team to basket after basket as they chipped away at a double-digit lead. McCullough banked in a 3 with 90 seconds to go to tie the game at 38, but it was none other than Scott who sealed the deal. She scored the final 8 points of the night to end with 32 and advance past NY, 46-38.
Yeah, but it was an incredible run by McCullough to end her career with the Lady Buckeyes.
Following the game, we talked to head coach Bobby Cassidy about the leadership ability on and off the court McCullough brought to the team.
She established a culture that I'm proud of for the first time as a coach. She brought everyone together. Her leadership, I fear, will never be matched.
She was the heart and soul of this team, but with all 4 other starters returning, the NY girls have a bright future to look forward to.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to look forward to next year. Thanks, Will. Now, if you prefer to read about all the TVC action, then go check out our website. Go get on your favorite browser and type in woub.org/heroes to find all of our written recaps. We'll have them posted the same night as the game. The Meigs Marauders had another week of basketball for both the boys and the girls. To break it down for us is our main man in Pomeroy, David Butts. How you doing, David?
Well, after the games I saw this week, Paul, I couldn't be better. I did have to see some teams get sent home, but that's just playoff basketball for you. And speaking of playoffs, let's talk some Lady Marauder hoops. The Lady Marauders faced the Washington Courthouse Lady Blue Lions in their second playoff matchup. Coming off of their first sectional title in nearly 20 years, emotions were high, but Lady Marauders were unable to keep the magic going as they would lose 60-49. Coming out of the gate, Courthouse took it to Meigs defensively. 9 takeaways in the first half in a dominating showing on the offensive glass. That early separation allowed Hannah Haithcock to have the night she did, 22 points and 10 boards.
All right, with such a dominant opening from Courthouse, how did Meigs keep it close?
Well, Paul, Cassidy Betzing showed up plain and simple. 15 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists. The Meigs star making her presence felt everywhere on Thursday night, as well as some nice shooting from her teammates to keep Meigs in it. While their season would come to an end after the loss, Coach Kaysen talked after the game about his team's legacy.
Had a winning record for the last 3 years. To get a sectional for the first time since 2000 is a great legacy that they've started.
Yeah, an unfortunate end for the girls' season, but how did the guys do this week?
Well, 2 games for the boys this week, starting off Monday with a close win in OT over the South Point Pointers, 48-43. The key to their win, once again, being the defense. Coulter Cleveland went down with an injury during that opening playoff game, and that would carry into this performance on Friday night against undefeated Wheelersburg.
And this was for the sectional championship, right?
Correct. The Marauders came into Friday night's game a big underdog, but the fans weren't showing it. The mascot definitely not showing it. Speaking of a Marauder, that's the way this defense played. Like Marauders, taking everything they wanted defensively with no holds barred, holding the Pirates to just 3 points in the first quarter. Now, normally we'd talk about Meigs as leading scorers, but in this game, they only had 2. Weston Bear and Zach Bartram combining for all 28 of Meigs' points. It wouldn't be enough, however, as Tanner Holden's 18 points would get Wheelersburg the 35-28 win. Sad to see both of our Meigs teams have their season come to an end, but I'm just glad I could come along for the ride, see some great basketball with some even better players.
And what a ride it has been. Thanks, David. As you saw, I got the chance to witness the Tomcats cut down their nets. Trimble reporter Melody Brewer joins me now to break down how the Tomcats were able to avenge their early season loss and gain sole possession of the Hocking Crown.
Well, it was senior night in Gloucester, but the Tomcats did not let that deter them to take the crown again. Trimble's only senior, Zach Bragg, got to start for the first time this season, creating excitement. The Tomcats fed off this excitement and pulled out to an early double-digit lead. By halftime, Trimble was able to double up the Eagles, leading 30-15. Then, midway through the third quarter, Trimble had extended their lead to 41-18.
All right, now Melody, despite the Eagles' efforts to come back in the fourth, they were not able to overcome the Tomcats, and Trimble cut down the nets with a 53-46 win.
Tomcat assistant coach Jeff Coons explains what Trimble did Friday night to overcome the Eagles.
Great defense, ran our offense to a T, and played physical. We have to play physical, and we played bigger than what we were tonight.
All right, so big night for the Tomcat boys, but the girls, even though their season is over, they had a more unique roster than most this past season.
The girls have a very important player who doesn't show up in the box scores. Here's the story on the Lady Tomcats' Laura York.
At the Trimble Lady Tomcats roster, you see 9 players listed. But don't tell head coach Joe Richards that.
Well, we have 10.
Trimble's 10th man is senior Laura York, who is playing basketball for the first time this year, thanks in part to teammate and friend Skylar Moore.
She's been talking about playing basketball for a couple years now, and I'm just like, hey, come out, play, because we need people. Like, we really need people.
I'll never forget our first playoff game. She came, sat next to me in here. I was helping with the officials. She's like, Coach, I'll be there Monday. I'm like, I was pumped the whole weekend for her.
She hasn't suited up in the past, and sadly won't get the chance to this year either.
We got to about the third or fourth practice, and she said her hip started to hurt.
She came to a couple practices. She was hurt in volleyball, and she comes every day still. As a senior, she hasn't been able to suit up. She's actually going to have surgery.
But while York may not be able to make an impact on the court, it's her presence off of it that makes her an asset to the team.
She has been a really big help for the team. she leads as well, like not on the court, but like as a person, people look up to her.
But the Lady Tomcats aren't the only side benefiting from their 10th player. She feels the same way about them.
Just being able to be on the team and being around everybody makes like my day a lot better. And going to the locker room and helping out whatever I can, like on the bench and everything, just helps me feel better, even about my hip injury.
So while York may not be able to drop buckets or dish out dimes, she still is undeniably a part of the team.
So she will not be able to suit up for us, but she has been here every day helping out, cheering us on and stuff like that. So yeah, I count her for she's number 10.
While the Lady Tomcats season may be over, it was still one York won't forget.
Yeah, certainly not. Thanks, Melody. Now, if you like that story and want to watch it on Facebook, then go do it. Hardwood Heroes is on there, and we want to hear it from you all, so go check it out. And now, for the last time this season, it's time for Heroes of the Week. And guys, it's just been a crazy season so far, and I can't wait to see who you got for this last time around.
Right, you said it. It has been a crazy season, Paul, and we've had a ton of great performances in our coverage as well. Now, look, for both of us, crazy performances in our coverage for our heroes, and we're just excited to bring it to you one last time.
Sure, it's the last hurrah, so you know we got to do it right.
Right. And now moving on to the Girls Hero of the Week, jumping over to the Meigs Lady Marauders, Cassidy Betzing has continued to improve her game each year. This senior guard has been a big-time scorer for the Lady Marauders as well. Her great offensive strength has to be her three-point shot. She has the ability to not only catch and shoot the ball, but also use her great handles with the rock to create her own shot. And she attacks the basket enough to complement that jump shot in her dangerous offensive arsenal.
Okay, so we know she can score, but her improvement in a different part of her game has impressed you this year.
Yeah, Betzing has the IQ on the offensive side to not only give herself open looks, but give her teammates those looks as well. In her senior year, she has become a gifted passer, using her exceptional court vision to help lead a high-powered Lady Marauders offense to the 3rd place in a very tough TVC Ohio conference. Though Betzing and the Lady Marauders fell earlier in the week, she performed well, and her team is going to have some big shoes to fill moving forward.
And from the TVC Hawking champion Trimble Tomcats, my hero of the week is Blake Guffey. In the Tomcats' biggest game of the season, Guffey took his game to another level, putting up a team-high 18 points. Guffey had his work cut out for him in the Eastern's defense. I'd even argue they're the most physical team in our coverage, but he held his own and he scrapped his way to the Hawking crown.
Now, T, you left out one big detail.
And what's that?
He's just a freshman. How is this kid impacting in only his first year?
Well, Guffey may be a rookie, but he plays like a vet. He has a toughness and grit about him that makes you think he's been at this level for years. For some freshmen, it can take time to adjust and find your game, but that wasn't necessarily the case for him. He's been playing well all year, and now his numbers are really starting to show it. Guffey's averaging 16 points in Trimble's last 11 games, and I think he's well on his way to becoming another one of those Gloucester greats.
Yeah, definitely.
Guffey's, one of Trimble's tallest players. He's 5'11". He's just a freshman. He has, a little bit of time to grow, and I think he can really be scary for those competitors out in the hockey.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be scary for those other Hawking teams. Thanks. Great work as always, guys. Now, Cassidy and Blake were the heroes of this week, but were they good enough all season long to get recognized? On the Hardwood Heroes season finale next week, we will be revealing our all-future and all-hero teams for both the boys and the girls, the best juniors and seniors in our coverage for all the heroes list, and the best freshmen and sophomores for the all-futures teams. Now, this is big stuff, so make sure you don't miss our final show next week. And finally, Magic Johnson once said, "Ask not what your teammates can do for you, ask what you can do for your teammates." Most of your teams are in the thick of the playoffs, so trust your teammates, work together, and go for glory. And always remember to be heroic.